Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Anthony with themovieblog.com, and I'm back here with another video. This one I'm just going to talk about the plot of Avengers Infinity War, which is coming out like really soon, and it may not seem like it, but that movie is only like 2 weeks away. That being the case, I've noticed that the more I talk to some of my friends about the movie, the more I realize that they don't really know all the details. I mean, lots of people have seen every MCU film since Iron Man 1 and have followed along with the massive and expansive narrative involving the Infinity Stones since the first Avengers film, but then there's also a ton of people who are really getting on board since like maybe Black Panther. And I had no idea that Black Panther would turn into the record-wrecking movie that it's become, and it's opened up Marvel to an even larger audience, if somehow that was even possible, than they had before. A lot of people are just now getting aboard on with this Avengers thing because of their interest in T'Challa and Wakanda and Shuri and that whole thing, and that's pretty cool. I mean, I've noticed that a lot more of the marketing of this film seems to be taking place in Wakanda, and they're definitely aware and reminding audiences that T'Challa and the Dora Milaje are in this film too. The thing is that with this audience just now expanding, there's a chunk of the audience that just doesn't know what this movie is about in the first place. So I decided to dig into my knowledge of comics and try to make a simplified explanation as to what the plot of Avengers Infinity War is really about. A lot of people will say that you need to go back and watch every Marvel movie from Iron Man forward. That's not true. In fact, you don't really need to watch anything with the exception of maybe the first Avengers movie and this video, and you're good to go. What's this movie about? You know, I'm gonna make it real simple for you. Thanos is a bad guy from space. You really don't need to know anything about his origin or his upbringing or his adventures in the comics. He's just a really powerful, really smart space warlord. He's got a group of slightly less powerful generals that are referred to as the Children of Thanos. If you want to dig a little deeper and just impress your friends, Gamora and Nebula from the Guardians of the Galaxy films are defectors from this group. Now, Thanos is a pretty much unstoppable the way he is. He's like stupid powerful. It's kind of crazy. And he just never set his sights on Earth in the past and pretty much never had a reason to until now. Thanos has a desire to achieve all of these super magical gems called Infinity Stones. There's 6 of these stones in total: space, mind, soul, reality, time, and power. Each one granting the wielder some new augmented ability based on its namesake. Now, Thanos wants these stones in order to augment his own power and possibly as part of some weird courtship thing with the Grim Reaper. But it might. That is something that's known about his character, so that might happen. Something like that, but that's his goal in a nutshell. The problem he has with Earth in this movie is that a few of the stones are located on Earth and are in actual possession of a couple of Earth's heroes. The heroes are pretty fractured as it is right now due to some fundamental differences and views, and as such, they're not all getting along. And a couple of these people who actually have the possession of the stones that are targeted by Thanos aren't really prepared for this level of threat that's coming after them. I mean, like, Thanos really, they're just not ready. From what we've seen in the trailers and promos thus far, it's pretty clear that the Vision, who has a stone, and Doctor Strange, who has the Time Stone, are definitely in for some problems in this movie. Now, there are theories that the heroes are going to try to make a stand in Wakanda because it's kind of the safest place on Earth in this situation. You know, Thanos is coming to Earth and is bringing all sorts of advanced space weapons that should likely topple anything Earth has, anything. Except, you know, Earth right now is in a situation where they're bringing, I don't know, it's like a knife to, no, it's not a knife to a gunfight. It's a bullet to a laser fight. You know, that's really what it is. They're really at a disadvantage with the exception of maybe Wakanda, where it's been proven that they have a much more advanced technological weapons and defense system than the rest of the world. It's hard to imagine that this being the end of the film. I think it's more like of a mid-movie fight scene. But they've been using all these scenes in Wakanda where these guys are taking a stand, and it's probably the end of the movie is going to be with the heroes trying to reclaim whatever stones Thanos has already gotten his hold of by that point. And we have a theory about the last Infinity Stone, the Soul Stone, because it's more than likely hidden in the microverse. Marvel has decided to introduce that idea with the Infinity Stones. Can be different sizes, and I'm wagering that that concept was introduced in the comics intentionally to give, some believability to the idea that this stone could be on the microscopic level. And that could also justify the whole purpose of the Ant-Man line of films and the disappearance of Janet Van Dyne. I know that there are other theories, like the Soul Stone is the arc reactor in Tony's chest or something like that, but let me know what you think of this theory. I'm going to pitch it up to the Russos and see if they like my comment online, but let me know where you think the Soul Stone is. I'm really curious what your theories are. This one has been plaguing fans for years and years and years. Some of us think it's the meteorite that crash landed in Wakanda. There's just a lot of theories going on. My bet is that it's in the microverse. So yeah, that's what the whole film is basically about. Thanos trying to get his hands on all 6 of these gems and augmenting his own power. That's all you really need to know going into this movie. Now, if you're new here and you like this video, make sure that you subscribe. Let me know what you guys think I should do a video on next to try to simplify it and prepare you for it before you go and sit down and watch it with your friends. I'm going to keep making these comic book based videos. They're kind of fun for me. I'm going to try to get back to doing trailer reactions and doing the other things outside of comic books again. Avengers is stupid fun. It's stupid close. I'm looking forward to it. But the comics just get so convoluted when it comes to these Infinity Stones. They really go out there. Like, sure, in the comics there's a lot of history there, and we could certainly let things get convoluted and talk about how Thanos blinks out half a reality simply by snapping his fingers. Or we could talk about how with Thanos wielding absolute power, once he gathers all the stones, he actually goes, fights, and defeats the avatar of the universe, of reality itself. He fights the avatar of reality itself and wins. And he takes over that role for himself and becomes the avatar of reality. We could talk about that. I mean, Marvel, in all honesty, tends to tone this kind of stuff down so that, when they're translating them to film, it's just not that convoluted. Don't get me wrong. The stuff explored does get pretty meta, but if you want to compare what Marvel has done in their films versus what they've done in their comics, you're simply holding a candle up to the sun. It gets really, really crazy. Marvel gets way more convoluted in their comics. None of that stuff is necessary going into the Infinity War movie. I mean, we could talk about Adam Warlock and Marvel's version of Jesus, but that is completely unnecessary. To wrap it up, let's just recap, all right? Let's just recap instead. We have a super powerful tyrant who's looking for some super powerful tools / weapons. He wants these. The Avengers, plus the Avengers, who are unwilling to give up super powerful tools / weapons to said tyrant. And you've got Avengers Infinity War in a nutshell. That's it. That's what the movie is about. That's what everyone's so excited to see. It's taken Marvel a really long time, 8 years, 21 movies, to tell this story. I'm sorry, 10 years, 21 movies to tell this story. That's a lot of build-up for some people, Anyway, if you like this video, again, make sure you drop a like. Make sure that you subscribe, ring that bell, join us. Let me know what you guys think I should be doing videos on next. And I'll check you guys later. That's all I got for this one. Peace.